Why not dedicate the next 365 days to become unrecognizable, man? That's my whole point. That's the point of the solitude phase, the lonely phase, the going ghost phase. Reintroduce yourself to the world as the best version of yourself. That sounds awesome to me, man. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, feel free to stick around. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today's topic is about going ghost, the importance of going ghost. If you're familiar with this channel or my messaging on this channel, you would know I'm a huge supporter of going ghost. It doesn't have to be forever, you know. We're still humans at the end of the day. We're socially calibrated, you know, we're social creatures. So we need company. The importance is, what type of company do you keep? That's a whole different topic right there. So I'm not saying just be alone for the rest of your life. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is it's extremely important, especially when you're on the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. It's extremely important for you to carve out a phase in your life, a season in your life where you do enter the realm of solitude, where you do stay to yourself for an extended period of time. And the reason for that is, let's just be very honest with ourselves, right? Even if you're the type of person that could say, oh, I don't easily get influenced by other people, which could be true. Let's just assume it's true. It doesn't mean you're immune to it, because if that's the case, then you're not even a human being, because that's not natural to humans. Humans are by design naturally calibrated to be influenced by one another. We are tribal creatures. We exist in groups for the most part. Of course, there's exceptions to every rule, but it still doesn't dispute the rule, you know? For the sake of the journey that you've decided to embark on, which is to become the best version of yourself, it's extremely important for you to pass through or traverse a certain season of being by yourself. You can't escape that. So with that being the case, knowing that you cannot escape that, why not learn how to enjoy it? As opposed to going through that season in misery, why not learn how to enjoy that season? Why not derive the fruits of that season, as opposed to focusing on the storms of that season? Because surely it will be stormy, you know, it will be stormy. You got to damn near go against your nature to congregate, to go have fun, to go outside. And I'm not saying don't go outside literally. Of course, go outside, get some sunlight, get some natural air. What I mean by going outside is, you know, to social gatherings, to parties, to clubs, hangouts, concerts, you name it. I'm saying take a break from that, you know, just take a break from that so you can actually focus on the task at hand. Because let's be very honest with ourselves, man. When you're on a mission and you're surrounded by people who are not on that same mission, you're going to fall off. That's just what it is. Now, if you're in a position where you are fortunate enough to be on a mission and be surrounded by people who are on the same type of time that you're on, who are on the same mission, that's amazing. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. I support that. Absolutely. Absolutely. What I'm saying is, for the most part, that's usually not how it plays out. If you're in a position where that's your reality, kudos to you. And I mean that. Kudos to you, because that's the best case scenario. But if you're not in that position, there's nothing bad about that either. If you are in that position, I'm telling you to develop the fortitude to survive that phase, and not just survive, but to thrive in that phase. You know, the reason why I mentioned thriving after surviving is because in order for you to thrive, you have to survive first and foremost. If you don't survive, if you don't make it past the survival aspect of it, then you're dead. Like, there's no thriving. If you don't survive, then what are we even talking about thriving? You're dead. There's no thriving after that because you didn't even survive. So first step is to survive it. It's going to be rough at first, especially if you're not used to being by yourself. If you're used to being by yourself, if you're comfortable being by yourself, example, me, it's not necessarily a challenge. It's not a challenge at all. It's actually welcomed by me. I'm very comfortable being by myself. I thrive being by myself. I'm a lot more focused. I'm a lot more dedicated. I'm a lot more disciplined. I'm a lot sharper in general, just in every aspect. I'm way sharper. Not saying that I'm not sharp in the presence of others. That's false. I am absolutely very sharp in the presence of others. But what I'm saying is, for the sake of the conversation and comparison, you can't even compare the two. You can't compare the two. But I know not everybody is like me. I'm fully aware of that. For the people who are like me, then you don't even have a problem. This video is not for you. But the people who find it difficult or challenging or damn near impossible to survive the lonely chapter by going ghost, this video is for you. And this video is encouragement for you to dedicate yourself to that, because it's only temporary. You're not going to be like this for the rest of your life. You're not going to be in this phase for the rest of your life. Just like everything else in life, this too shall pass. Embrace it. Learn the lessons. Get as much done as humanly possible within this phase of solitude, because this phase is to be cherished. It's not to be dreaded. You're not missing out on anything. Like I say all the time, you are not missing out on anything, because it's the truth. There's no party, no club, no social event that you're missing out on, because guess what? It's just going to spin around the block again. It's going to come right back around. The popping club that's popping right now, or that's number one for enjoyment right now, they're going to be around next year. And if they're not, someone else is going to establish another popping club for enjoyment next year. So why not take the next year, within the next year, the next 365 days, to absolutely level up in all areas, all realms of your existence, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, you name it. Why not dedicate the next 365 days to become unrecognizable, man? That's my whole point. That's the point of the solitude phase, the lonely phase, the going ghost phase. Reintroduce yourself to the world as the best version of yourself. That sounds awesome to me, man. So once again, do not dread that process. It's necessary. You can't even avoid it. So you might as well not inflict any unnecessary suffering upon your psyche, because it's just not necessary. It's not necessary at all. You can do it. You can thrive within this phase. Get to know yourself. Reintroduce yourself to yourself first and foremost, and then reintroduce yourself to the world as a better version of yourself. How amazing is that, man? Think about that. How amazing, how beautiful will it be for you to become the best version of yourself, and your life can completely transform in a span of 365 days. It happens less. It happens in half the time. 6 months is really all you need. If you truly dedicate yourself every single day for 6 months, you will absolutely become unrecognizable. Talk more of a year. Talk more of a year. Really think about that, man. Don't miss out on this opportunity. If anybody's around you that doesn't understand you, let them go. Let them go with love. It's not beef. It's no malice at all. But you have that responsibility to yourself to override your natural inclination to be around people that make you feel comfortable. You can override that for the sake of the mission of becoming the best version of yourself. Because once you make it to the other side, you will once again be surrounded by people, but this time you're going to be surrounded by people who are like-minded, who are also on the path of becoming the best version of yourself, of themselves. They will accept you because they understand you. They truly understand you because they've been in that journey as well. They've been in that ghosting phase. They've been in that lonely chapter. So enjoy going ghost. Enjoy it. And with that being said, cheers. Till next time.